Welcome to the Progress Report, a program where we look at highlighting the investment climate here in Guyana. This week, we speak with the president of the Women's Chamber of Commerce and Industries, WCCI, Ms. Rowena Elliott.
WCCI generally was established by our two co-founders to basically be the advocate voice for women in general, women in business, and women at the women-led and women-owned businesses, I should say, just to advocate for the challenges that women face as it relates to business in Guyana, and just to do a bit more on their confidence building, capacity building, getting them into the right, I would say, maybe circles or networking circles, creating opportunities or finding opportunities for them. And the idea is to create a network of women along with our supporters or Guyana supporters, whether locally, internationally, even regionally, to support the vision of the Chamber. Over the last year, we've been doing a lot. One of the main things that I think we would have been able to establish is something started by the work of the founders, which would be the locking down of the IDB V3A initiative project, and that's one of the things that we were able to complete, or rather get started here. It's a project that is funded by IDB and two other entities, which is Thunderbird School of Business and the WIFI. So that project deals specifically with women in business, women-owned businesses, and also some women-led businesses. So it's about capacity building, trying to get them at the end of it into the value chains of the economy. We're definitely seeing an uptake in the manufacturing and, of course, agriculture. Of course, everybody knows the oil and gas is there, and just because of that, there's a major spin-off into logistics and all of that. But in terms of opportunities and what we've been seeing for the uptake in women as well would be agriculture, the manufacturing sector, the real estate sector, and construction. We actually have a couple of construction women in the chamber, just because rather it's where the opportunities are basically there. I think the president made mention several times about low-hanging fruits. In some of those areas, you're seeing them, and once you start off there, you're able to grab, go, and then you build your own capacity. You build your own as it relates to your experience in work, and then you can go ahead and go for the bigger ones. So those are what we've been seeing over the last couple of years. Even the hospitality services, we've also been seeing a lot of uptake in the, I'll say spa for now, just because it's not coming to my mind, but not necessarily, but more so to relax, because everybody's working overtime and overdrive since COVID has been over, and we have a couple of members in that industry as it relates to the massage therapy, mental health, all of that. There's also very big scope there. It's been extremely positive, I should say, and more so, as we know, with the local content policy coming in, that has been a tremendous break for us in terms of the business community. The private sector has really pushed for it, and having that come through, it's been a definite plus. As it relates to the smaller businesses and the medium-sized businesses, I think there is definitely some more scope that can be done. However, what we've seen so far, we definitely appreciate. Just more so as women-owned businesses, they usually tend to start very small, then grow gradually into medium. So we don't really find huge businesses as women-owned initially, but that. Given that so far we've seen in 2022 that there's been a good environment, it's been very conducive, and a continuous call by the government, I must say, to just take up the opportunities, find the areas in where you can provide that service or product, and just lunge into it. So I'd say for sure it's been positive. We're definitely looking forward to a bit more as it relates to adding to the environment, but so far it's been good. one of the major things that we intend to do is focusing a lot on training and development, so capacity building. That's a lot of persons we've realized that, I want to start a business, I just don't know how. You find that a lot, and it's just not just the know-how, it's also the guidance. So outside of training and development in specific areas that we find that persons may be lacking, whether it's more so, of course, to our members we're going to target, but in the general public, the program that I mentioned earlier on, which is the We3A initiative, there's an aspect there called the Dream Builder, and that is an online platform that is focused on literally teaching somebody who is a small business owner, medium-sized even, whether you're now starting out or you have an idea of it. Of a business, and it's really going to take you through from what that is, that idea, take you through the market research, suppliers, financing the dream, basically, and how to get into the value chain. So, capacity building is one of the major things, and mentoring, coaching, those are things that are definitely needed. We also intend to do a bit more collaborative work, reaching out to a lot of the other BSOs, because you can't do this alone. We are called Women's Chamber, but it doesn't mean that we're excluding anybody else. And our male counterparts are definitely have been very supportive as it relates to what we've been doing. So we intend to do a bit more collaborative work with the BSOs, and of course garner support from a bit more of the international partners to see how best we can leverage that network to assist the members in what they need. I think one of the things I would say is, I think the president would have alluded to it himself, the time was yesterday. And the idea of coming back, or just in diaspora for that matter, or just investors looking to come to Guyana. Of course, you do your a bit of research, but I'll say from my standpoint is to engage the chamber, engage the Women's Chamber. You might find that we do have persons who are investor ready or partnership ready, and as it relates to just having a bit of push for equality. Not just come to say, oh, there is a profit margin here, there is something to do, but there are capable businesses and they're capable women who are ready to, receive any sort of investment or partnership agreements that may add value to the economy and to both businesses, well, diaspora or foreign investor and the local as well. So I'd say consider it. The time is now.